Imagine this. You send someone to do something important on behalf of you. They sign a contract, they move your money, they have your name, they carry your authority, but they are not you. Now imagine something more unsettling. That person, if you can call that a person, has no face, no voice, no history, no loyalty, and no one, not the bank, not the doctor, not the system, has any real way of verifying who sent them, whether they were authorized or what they're actually allowed to do. That is the world we are building right now. Here is the uncomfortable truth. We have already deployed tens of millions of AI agents into that world. Digital for now, physical in the near future. But we haven't answered the most fundamental question. What is the identity of the AI agent? Hello and welcome back. If you are new here, I am Gautam, and this channel is about one thing: helping you think differently and more clearly about the technology that is reshaping your world, and at an astonishing pace, uncomfortably at times. And how do we humans fit in there? It's about humanization of technology. And today we are talking about agentic identity. For decades, the digital world was built on a very simple assumption. The person logs in, the person takes action, the person is accountable. Every system you use, your bank, your email, your workplace, was designed around you. You prove who you are, the system trusts you, and then you act. Simple. Then we started building machines that act for us. We gave them our usernames, passwords, API keys, service accounts, and quietly we pretended they were just like us. But they are not. They don't sleep, they don't forget, they don't hesitate, and they don't make mistakes in the way we humans do. They make mistakes at machine scale, and now we have crossed a threshold. In some organizations today, machine identities outnumber humans by more than 144 to 1. Let that land. For every one human, there are 144 non-human identities acting in systems, most of them invisible, unmonitored, trusted by default, because someone somewhere set them up and moved on. But here is where things fundamentally change. We are no longer talking about scripts or automation. We are talking about agents, AI agents, systems that reason, adapt, decide. And when something like that acts in your name, who is actually responsible? As you know, there is a concept in law called the power of attorney. You grant someone the authority to act on your behalf, to sign, to decide, to represent you. But that authority is never absolute. It is scope, it is time bound, it is revocable, and most importantly, there is a clear record who can do what and when. Now, bring that idea into the world of AI. Today, when you let an AI agent to book your flights, respond to your emails, manage your calendar, you are doing something profound. You are delegating authority, not metaphorically, actually literally. And this is already expanding fast, extremely fast. Financial institutions are testing AI agents that can transact on your behalf. People are connecting AI to their banking, to their health data, to their businesses. Agentic commerce is on the rise. But here is the problem. The infrastructure wasn't built for delegation. Everything from OAuth to SAML was designed around some simple assumptions. It's that you are the only one around. One person, one login, one set of permissions. But now there are at least two actors. You, who granted authority, and then the agent exercising it. And it gets more complex because agents don't just act. They delegate even further. They spawn sub-agents with their own sub-goals. They break tasks into smaller tasks. They distribute responsibility with agency, and suddenly the chain becomes opaque. Who authorized the sub-agent? What permissions does it have? Can it revoke itself, or is it just lingering? This isn't theoretical. 80% of organizations using AI agents have already seen those agents act in unexpected ways, not future risk, present reality happening right now. Let me make this real. In early 2025, a large retailer deployed an AI agent to support customer service. It could summarize tickets, it could access order data, issue small refunds, nothing extraordinary. But behind the scenes, the agent had access to far more than it needed. Customer records, addresses, payment histories. And what happened? An attacker found the credentials and for weeks quietly extracted data from hundreds of thousands of customers. No alarms, because technically nothing was wrong. The identity was valid, the agent was trusted, but the scope was catastrophically wrong. And here is the part most people miss. An AI agent doesn't behave suspiciously, it doesn't panic, it doesn't improvise, it doesn't raise any flags, it just continues. For over 200 days on average, these breaches go undetected because the system sees normal behavior. But behind that normal behavior is silent exposure. And this is where the conversation shifts, because this is not just a cybersecurity issue, this is human question. When something goes wrong, who answers for it? Is it the company? Is it the developer? Is it the user who clicked allow? Right now, we don't have a clear answer, but we are building systems that assume we do. So, do we have any good news? Yes, we do. The problem is being taken seriously, very seriously. Researchers and organizations are working on new models. One of the idea, delegation tokens, credentials that explicitly bind who gave authority, which agent is acting, and what it is allowed to do. Another one, which came from the digital identity world, is using decentralized identifiers, giving every agent a unique verifiable identity, cryptographically verified. Not just a login, but something that can prove where it came from, what it represents, and most importantly, what it is allowed to do. It's like a passport, not for a human, but for a digital actor. Something that can be verified at every interaction and revoked instantly if needed. There is even a concept emerging called an agent name service. This is like a DNS, but for AI agent, a system to discover, verify, and trust agents across boundaries. And all of this is grounded in a simple principle. It's the zero trust principle. Don't trust by default, verify and verify continuously. Give minimal access for minimal time and remove it automatically. The technology is evolving, but technology alone is not enough. Because here is the deeper question. When we delegate to another human being, it's not just a transaction, it's a relationship. There is judgment, there is context, there is an understanding of when to act and when to pause. What does that look like with an AI agent? Some researchers are reframing this through principal agent theory, treating AI not as autonomous actors, but as guided delegates, entities that earn trust over time, whose authority expands gradually, where humans remain visible, legible in the loop. Because ultimately, trust is not about capability, it's about consequences. People don't ask, is this system intelligent? They ask, what happens to me if it gets wrong? And until we can answer that clearly, true delegation won't happen. The real barrier to agentic AI is not intelligence. We do have intelligence now, and it's getting commoditized. It's the trust architecture and agentic identity. By 2030, there will be billions of AI agents operating across our system, each one acting in someone's name, each one making decisions, each one leaving a trail. We may one day need to explain that trail. So this isn't just a technical problem. problem. It's a civilizational one, it's a societal one, it's a human one. What does it mean to grant authority when no human is present? What does accountability look like and at machine speed? And what does trust mean when the actor isn't human? Because if we don't design that intentionally, we won't avoid the outcome. We will inherit it. So here is the question. Who acts when you are not there? And more importantly, should they? That's the question we need to answer before the agents answer it for us. Thank you. I am Gautam. Think carefully and please always stay curious. And I'll see you in the next one. If this made you see technology a little differently, that's exactly why I make these videos. Please subscribe if you want more conversations about technology and what it means to be human in the middle of it. Thank you.